Hey everyone, it's Rachel back with you. I hope y'all had an absolutely amazing week, but it is a new week. We have a new video topic for the day. So, without further ado, let's kind of jump into it. Now, today's video is not necessarily one that's been specifically asked for, but I've basically picked it up from some DMs that I've gotten on Instagram. Honestly, even just like some things that I've seen on Reddit about I want to transition, but I'm not ready to present in public. And y'all, let me tell you, that's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Y'all, I started my transition. I've been transitioning for 3.5 years now. I was transitioning for 8 months before I ever even presented as a feminine individual anywhere but the comfort of my own house. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I went to the movie theater. I went to the movie theater because I knew it was going to be nice and quiet, nice and dark. Really, as long as I got into the theater and into my seat, I was fine. It was going to be okay. The movie was Detective Pikachu. Like, hey, it was good. It was fine. It was great. Went fantastic. Not a care in the world. But even then, like, y'all, I didn't come out to like coworkers or anything until I'd been, let's say I started hormones in April and I didn't come out at work until December. Like, there was no rush. And like it was all at my pace. It was all at, my own time. It gave me a chance to kind of feel out my coworkers, be like, hey, that whole trans debate in the media, what's your thoughts? But it also allowed me to kind of come out to those that I knew would be allies, those that I knew would kind of be on my side, and help in the aspect of coming out. But once, for me at least, once I came out one place, I kind of came out everywhere. When I came out in December at work, it was because I started working another job at Starbucks. And at Starbucks, just knowing the reputation of the company, I started fully out as who I am. And I didn't want to be, Rachel in one building and Brent in another. I wanted to be, if I was doing it all or nothing. Now that's not to say that, had we done it the other direction, where I was Rachel at Starbucks and for another 3-4 months I was still Brent, out in, AT&T. That's not to say there's anything wrong with it. I couldn't imagine, the euphoria from being Rachel at one place and then stripping it all down and being that watered down version of myself at AT&T. Like, that just didn't seem fair to me. So that's how I handled it. And then, along with that, like, when I would leave work, the next place I'm going is the gym. And at the gym, I honestly, like, didn't really ever have plans to come out at the gym, but I, walked in after work one day, and, I still had my makeup on because I'm not gonna take it off just because I'm going to the gym. And I, had like a pair of leggings on and a tank top. And I walked into the gym and I did my workout, and I had asked the lady behind the counter to use one of the tanning beds. And she was like, yeah, sure, no problem. She gave me my my room number and everything like that. And she told the guy that was working behind the counter, she's like, hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna show them how to use the tanning bed. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, like, been here countless number of times, but okay. So she ends up following me to the tanning bed. And when we got like to the room, she does the once over, here's how you start the machine, da-di-da-di-da. And then she's like, I got a question. And I'm like, okay. And she asked what pronouns I use. So I told her. And she's like, hey, like, that's great. She's like, when you get done tanning, meet me at the front counter and we're gonna just update your profile. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I do my tanning and I go back up to the counter, and literally they deleted my old profile. They deleted Brent out of their entire system and re-enrolled Rachel in the system. And that kind of gave me a big pat on the back that, you know, hey, I'm like, all right, like, you realize the dude in the picture that you had is not me. Cool. But also, you know, kind of gave me validation that where I was at was a safe place. Can't say enough things about Planet Fitness. I love it. Thank you, Planet Fitness. But yeah, like, it just, you know, made me feel comfortable and confident. And I think when you come out, that's where you need to be. You need to be comfortable. You need to be confident. And you need to do it on your own time, at your own pace. I mentioned when I came out at AT&T, like, I came out to people that I knew would be allies first. And the biggest thing with that is I would say make sure that they know to keep it hush-hush until you're ready. Because there's no worse feeling in the world than being outed. I know I was outed to some of my family members, and the awkwardness of kind of having to navigate that when it's not on your terms isn't the most fun thing in the world. Sure, it was almost like, a piece of me says it's almost kind of nice because it was like ripping off a Band-Aid. Like, I didn't have to start that awkward conversation because they literally came to me and said, hey, tell me about this. But I was also blindsided by it. Like, it wasn't on my terms. So that's the biggest thing I would tell you when it comes to, like, actually coming out, and going full time is, you know, don't feel like you have to rush it, because you don't. You absolutely don't. There's no reason to feel like you have to rush to doing that. You know, if you want to, great. If you want to do that before you start hormones, great. You want to do that day one that you start hormones, great. But for me, like, I just didn't have the confidence to do it. And I wanted to wait till I had all the confidence in the world so that I wasn't backpedaling, because I didn't want to start this journey just to backpedal. But that was my take on it. For my biggest pieces of advice, you know, do it on your own terms. Do it on your own terms. Don't rush it. And make sure that you have that support system lined up of people that you know will be on your side when you do. It makes it so much easier. And for the people who were those first few people that I told that I actually felt comfortable and confident in telling, I just want to say right here that y'all's support meant the world to me. Still does mean the world to me. So thank you so, so much for everything that you do. Along with that, y'all, in closing, I'm going to ask, you know, if there's any topics you want covered, please let me know, either in the comments of my videos, or in the DMs of my Instagram. I do check those, believe it or not. On top of that, like, comment, and subscribe, please. It helps me so much. Really does. As I'm trying to grow this channel, it helps me so, so much. And then thirdly, no pressure at all. But I am also going to leave the link to a GoFundMe account that I have started. That GoFundMe is to help me kind of raise funding for gender confirmation surgery, sexual reassignment surgery, bottom surgery, however you want to call it, that I am planning here in hopefully in 2023. So I'm going to leave that link there as well. Again, no pressure. I just wanted to, I have this following here. I figured I wouldn't be doing myself justice if I didn't at least drop the link. But hey, I would love to talk to you. So please, please, please feel free to give me those comments. Feel free to shoot me those DMs, and have yourself an absolutely amazing week. Y'all, I love you. I say it every week, but I do. I love you, and I love what we're building here. So I will see you next week. Bye.